Alright, on the motor I cleaned the dirt off of it that sprayed up on there, made sure that there was no water up in here, and I made us some longer studs that mount the motor up on the transmission. They need to be about 3/4 of an inch longer. So I got some threaded bar right here, and I cut them up to some lengths that are a little bit longer. I got those set and ready to go. I came over here to the transmission, and I had to take some measurements, and damn it if I didn't put my damn... Alright, on the Beetle transmission, right here, I put the flat edge, just like that, and then we take a measurement with this stupid little tape measure that I happen to have convenient. The input stub is about 1/2 inch long, sticking out from the transmission flange. Okay, on the bus transmission you can see right away that the little input stub sticks out a full inch. So I'll have to cut off of that and taper it slightly to make sure that it slides up over the gland nut. There are more elegant ways to do this, such as take the transmission apart and replace the shaft, but in this case cutting it off is going to be just fine. I don't think we're trying to get too fancy here, we just need to make this thing work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull off, or I should say whack off. I'm going to whack off my 1/2 inch. I'm going to whack off my 1/2 inch shaft. Yeah. So we're going to cut off 1/2 inch right off the end of that, taper it a little bit, and be done with that. Once we get that far, it's just a matter of mounting that flywheel on there and getting it torqued down properly, making sure the end play is correct on this engine, and then the sucker goes in. Alright, I used a piece of tape down here to mark off our 1/2 inch. I get a nice straight line all the way around it. I got my trusty angle grinder, and we're going to zing off that 1/2 inch. Alright, there it is. 1/2 inch. Pull the tape off, I'll give it a little taper. And there's the old tip right there. It's probably hot as hell, so I'm not going to handle it. Alright, I cleaned it up a little bit with the flap wheel. I got a little taper put on it. You can see it's not completely square anymore. And that makes it a lot easier to push the engine on. This is the gland nut. This is what holds the flywheel onto the engine. This is what's actually going to slide over it. And it goes on there nicely now. See, so if I come in a little crooked or something, that taper will help me to get that nut in there. Anyway, that looks good. Alrighty, we've got the clutch and the pressure plate all mounted up in there. I couldn't find my dowel that you're supposed to slide in here into the clutch to center it. So I did my best to get it as centered as I think it should be. And I'm going to put this motor in. It's kind of important you get that as right as possible, because when you push the clutch up onto the input shaft, if for some reason this is out of alignment, you'll never get that motor in. It just will not line up with the bolts in the shaft, and it'll just be a damn mess. And I think I did the best I could to get it straight. I don't have my ATV jack. I've just got a regular floor jack here. I think I lent my ATV jack out, but I don't remember who got it. So I'm just going to throw a few pieces of wood down, put the motor up on top of that jack, and see if we can get this motor lifted into place and bolt it in. Alright, we got the motor in. No serious problems. I had a problem with the studs being a little bit out of alignment because I guess they accidentally got bent. I must have bumped them with a wrench or something. Being that they're longer, a little bit more leverage on them means they bend a little easier. But nonetheless, they are bolted in properly. Got the top bolt up on there. I got the 2 bolts down at the bottom. Over here I put a starter in. I don't think that one's going to work. That's the automatic transmission that's over there on the left. That's the starter from that one. And I believe the bus's 1978, which is what this transmission is, requires a starter with a longer shaft on it. Probably about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch longer. And I think that automatic starter is a short shaft starter. I'm going to give it a try anyway. I doubt it's going to work, but nonetheless we'll give it a shot. But otherwise, I am happy that the motor is mounted and everything's turning freely. No binding. Good. The horrible squealing sound you hear is actually one of my Beetle hoods over here, leaning against the side of the car. But everything's good. Just a matter of hooking up some wiring on there and making sure that starter works or doesn't work. And then we got to start assembling the clutch pedal and the shifter. All the shifter assembly, shift rod, and all that stuff needs to be fabricated and installed. So I'll be working on that next. How you doing, Skeeter? Yeah, you're over here helping, right? You being good? You helping out today? Yeah? You gonna go for a ride in your Uncle Rob's buggy? She just got a pool today. You just got your bath. Yep. It's all scuzzy in there already. Doesn't take long. All you gotta do is poop in it a couple times, and it's done. Yeah. You ready to have hamburgers tonight? Okay, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Skeeter.